know, this is the biggest event of the 1996 season here at Riverside Park Speedway. And all of you fans have come out to see one thing. You've come to see the best in full-body competition. And the Busch Grand National North in this Napa presentation are going to give you the best. And that's not all. The folks from Scranton Pontiac are also a part of the excitement. But you know, there's one thing that makes this stop so different than any other stop on the Busch Grand National Circuit. You know what it is? It's you, the fans. So let's make some noise and let them know that you're here. Because at this damn quarter mile, we give you the best short track racing of any racetrack in the country. So let's head on down and meet the real stars of tonight's presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the good folks from Napa Auto Parts, it is with great pride and pleasure that we present to you this, the Napa Auto Parts 125. Ladies and gentlemen, starting at position number 1, he'll be driving the Branscombe Racing Enterprises number 38. Would you welcome car number 38 from Northwood, New Hampshire for Babe Branscombe. Outside of him, driving car number 22 from Norwich, Connecticut, the Berry Associates number 22 for Jeff Berry. Next we go to the third starting position. Driving car number 55, the Co-Ed Naked Sportswear, Grossman's Racing Enterprises machine. From Center Harbor, New Hampshire, Brad Lighton. Fourth starting position, he'll be driving the Auto Palace number 6. Would you give a Riverside round of applause in this Napa Auto Parts event? Car number 6 to Robbie Crouch. Fifth starting position, the Skoll Racing Enterprises machine. From Chester, Virginia, give him a northern welcome. Evan Butler. Sixth starting position, the O'Connor's Buick GMC car. From Broadbrook, Connecticut, Riverside Park Zone, Jerry Marquis. Seventh starting position, from Orange, Massachusetts, that showed his talent tonight. Car number 8 from Orange, Massachusetts, the Salamone Racing Enterprises car for Tom Carey Jr. Eighth starting position, he wants the title and more. The Berlin City Ford Continental Paving number 29 from Hudson, New Hampshire, Dynamite Dave Dion. Ninth starting position, he's tasted the sweets of victory at Riverside before. From Coventry, Rhode Island, the Burnham Boilers Racing Enterprises number 51, ladies and gentlemen, Mighty Mike Stefanik. 10th starting position, he represents the Napa Auto Parts team proudly. From North Haverhill, New Hampshire, would you welcome car number 16, the Napa Auto Parts car for Stanley Stubb Batten. 11th starting position, he is from Cherryfield, Maine. The EJP wins Pensacola Boilers number 44, ladies and gentlemen, Andy Santerre. 12th starting position, from Sanford, Maine, the Gallo Racing Enterprises number 92, would you welcome Mike Gallo. 13th starting position, from North Haverhill, New Hampshire, the Little Trees number 13, Mighty Mike Olson. Former feature event winner here at Riverside in Busch Grand National Competition, the Crystal Clean U.S. Cellular, number 71, the pride of Milton, Vermont, Bobby Dragon. 15th starting position, from Virginia, the machine, car number 45 for Franklin. In the 16th starting spot, driving car number 2 from Stamford, Connecticut, the PPG Paint and Levine's number 4 for Brad Bennett. Next we go to the 17th starting position, car number 76, the Bowles Racing Enterprises number 76, the pride of Ellington, Connecticut, Tommy Bowles. 18th starting position, he'll be driving the Stay Right Pumps, Paladin International number 30 from Plymouth, Connecticut, Denny Doyle. 19th starting position from Westbury, New York, the Borowski Chevrolet, number 39 for Glenn Sullivan. 20th starting position, the R.D. Roy Transport, Ocean Spray, number 60 from Center Conway, New Hampshire, Dick Shaw. 21st starting position, driving car number 41. It will be from North Ferrisburg, Vermont, the Baseline Golf Course, number 41 for Jamie Aubie. In the 22nd starting position, the Dutcher Automotive, Barton & Bolton, number 0 from Northampton, Massachusetts, Mike Duquette. 23rd starting position, defending champion of the Busch Grand National North Circuit, the Tic Tac Jordan Lumber, number 47 from Scarborough, Maine, Kelly Moore. 24th starting position, the Duke's Ladder and Staging, number 28 from Yarmouth, Maine, Billy Penfold. And the final row, in the 25th starting position, the number 54 from Groton, Massachusetts, the S&J Transport Riverside Sheet Metal Machine for GG Gravel. 26th starting position, driving car number 21 from Chemung, New York, the Glacier Ridge Pennzoil, number 21 for Eric Bodine. Ladies and gentlemen, the drivers will be strapping into their automobiles. And at this time, we are very pleased and honored to have, coming forward, Start Your Engines!
Getting ready. Don Anderson behind the wheel of pace car will be diving in momentarily for the start of this one. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Exciting racing action coming your way.
Off turn number 4, Raleigh. They're ready to go racing. Give them a wave this time as they go to green. Off turn number 4, we're underway.
May Branscombe getting the jump on Barry. Into the turn they go. That is the 55 of Leighton coming on, and the 6 of Robbie Crouch.
Branscombe now brings him back to the line, but right there on his back bumper and challenging, it is Jeff Berry with car number 22. But the inside lane has opened up. All of a sudden, car number 55 becomes a factor as he starts to move in.
And Leighton having a very good year, now taking over the number 2 spot from Barry, working the outside group, Jerry Marquis in car 15, fighting for that number 4 spot, and he's got it, taking it away from Crouch. Point leader Dave Dion also moving up in the 29 car.
Car number 6 is also on a roll, Ronnie, and that's Robbie Crouch. Crouch has moved to the bottom, down underneath Jerry Marquis. Marquis is looking for some racing room. It doesn't exist. With 3 laps up on the board, it is Branscombe. Here comes Crouch down underneath Berry. Will he have it at the line? No. It is Berry who takes over position number 3.
Branscombe, meanwhile, building a good lead over Leighton. With a long way to go, but Branscombe looking good here in the early going. Now, here comes Crouch on the low side of Barry, and Crouch moves into 3rd place. Right behind him, Jerry Marquis switches lanes, goes to the inside behind Crouch. He, too, will work on Barry. Into the turn they go, and who will it be?
Off the
Marquis
turn.
takes the position away from Barry. Now, right on behind Marquis will be the 51 of Mike Stefanik. And Stefanik takes over from Dave Dion and moves into 6th place. So, 2 local favorites running up among the top group. Marquis running 4th, Stefanik in 6th place.
No question about it. Jerry Marquis is down underneath Robbie Crouch in a quest for position number 3. Can't do it this time, and Mighty Mike Stefanik waits in the wings. Dave Dion is just out of the top 6 positions, and it is Tom Carey that showed him a thing or two in his debut here at Riverside in Busch Grand National Racing. It is Branscombe still your leader. Look at Marquis work the bottom of Robbie Crouch. Off the turn they come, no question about it. Crouch is got his hands full on the outside. Marquis, inch by inch, thinks he can. Oh, the 2 come together. Crouch and Marquis lock horns. And Jerry Marquis, with a little bit of help from Robbie Crouch, goes around. Marquis does not appear to have suffered much damage in contact with the wall, except a little bit of superficial damage to the body of the automobile. Pace car, Robbie Crouch. It's too tight of a quarter mile. And things will happen, and they do. There's the 6 car being brought in, the Auto Palace number 6, for the stop-and-go penalty. This early, 14 of the 125 laps are in the record books. Pontiac Excitement Machine leads the surface. We've got Brad Layton contending and taking over the number 1 spot. Brad Layton from Center Harbor, New Hampshire takes over the lead. 15 laps in. Branscombe drops back to 2. Mighty Mike Stefanik is on the roll in the H&H Motorsports machine. Meanwhile, further back in the field, Jerry Marquis is trying to come to the front of the field. It's good racing wherever you look. Stefanik down underneath Branscombe for position number 2. Mighty Mike Stefanik, who knows this track like the back of his hand, puts the H&H Motorsports Burnham number 51 in the second. Remember, Stefanik has won this event before.
The 7 car, Brandon Butler, making his move now as he moves into 5th place. He's followed by Bobby Dragon as they bypass Tom Carey in the 8 car. Now it's Andy Santerre and Dave Dion side by side. Down the back stretches, they fight for position behind Carey.
No question about it. There is several great battles going on, like the battle between Andy Santerre and the number 29 of Dion and Tom Carey, the hometown boy here in Riverside. Further back, Jerry Marquis is trying to thread the needle to the front, but it's not an easy task by any means.
Number 30 is reportedly smoking, so we'll keep an eye on how that car fares the rest of the way. As we now move back, it's 22 laps complete, and Layton still your leader as Gigi Gravel pulls to the infield in the 54 car.
Dennis Doyle's car is the car that is puffing heavy smoke, the Silver Bullet number 30 car. Meanwhile, 23 of the 125 laps are into the record books. Brad Layton is your leader. The 51 of Stefanik is running in second. Babe Branscombe is setting in third. Berry is in the 4th spot. Brandon Butler is in the 5th spot. Then it's Dragon, Andy Santerre, Tom Carey, Dion, and Stuff Batten.
Eddie Doyle switches grooves, however, moving up alongside Marquis, makes the pass on Doyle and immediately switches to the low groove. Marquis now will move up behind Jamie Obey as he continues his surge back toward the front.
No question about it. When they come off the turn, Dragon and Brandon Butler are the battle on the racetrack. That is where all the attention seems to be. It is a battle for position number 5. Butler on the outside. Dragon down low. Can't quite do it this time. Santerre has been down underneath Carey for several circuits. 27 laps are showing as once again Layton is still your leader. Butler now inches ahead of Dragon and tries to maintain the spot. It is still Brad Layton still in command. Second is still Mike Stefanik, and third is Branscombe. Meanwhile, Jeff Berry manhandles the automobile as Dragon is down underneath the number 7 of Brandon Butler. Santerre is not far behind.
Dragon completes the move and moves up into 6th place. So, change of positions there. Now here comes Santerre. He'll work on Brandon Butler. Out of this turn, they come side by side. Back into turn 3. There's your battle at the moment. Santerre and Butler side by side, completing lap 31.
31 laps are into the record books. There's no question about it. And Brad Layton in the co-ed naked number 55 has been the dominant car. He picked up the lead on the 15th circuit, and he has maintained about the same distance between Mike Stefanik, who sits in second. Meanwhile, our attention shifts back to the 4th spot. The Dayglow orange and black number 22 of Berry has been using up a lot of racetrack to hold off Dragon with car number 71. Behind him, it is Andy Santerre and the number 7 of Brandon Butler. Butler has a car that works well on the outside, but Santerre has a car that works equally as well on the bottom. Dragon sees the door open. Barry sees nothing but bright red next to him with 34 laps up on the board, deep into turn number 3. That's the battle on the racetrack for position number 4, and it is a close or almost an even match at the line. It is a great battle going on there, and a little further back, Dion and Tom Carey are battling the same way. 3 wide further back, Jerry Marquis trying to get to the front. Jeff Berry has exhausted his quest for position number 4. He now drops back a spot. Santerre moves into 5. 6 is still the Berry machine trying to fight back. Butler and Dion and Carey are not far behind. 37 of the 125 are into the record books.
Our leader, Brad Layton, now closing in on slower traffic, and in just a moment, he'll be running into heavy traffic as he completes lap 38. Here he comes. Will this have a bearing? And we'll keep an eye on that development. Mike Stefanik still holding second over Babe Branscombe, but now it's Bobby Dragon running third, but now being pursued by Andy Santerre in the 44. Here comes Santerre closing the gap between himself and Dragon.
Keep your eyes on Jerry Marquis. He has cautiously started to march to the front of this field. He is soon to approach the top 10 with car number 15. Marquis, after an early altercation, knows how to get around this quarter mile, and that's exactly what he's doing. With the skill of a surgeon, Jerry Marquis is marching back to the front of the field. If there is anything he has left, it will be the quest for the number 1 spot.
Dave Dion now will try to close the gap between himself and Santerre. Meanwhile, our leader comes off the 4th turn, working his way through the slower traffic. That has enabled Mike Stefanik to close back in. Down the backstretch they go, and Stefanik now up to the back bumper of our leader, Brad Layton, and Babe Branscombe right behind him.
Heavy traffic in front of the leaders, but they still have a dogfight going on for position number 1. Glenn Sullivan directly in front of the leader, off the turn. Sullivan right where he shouldn't be on the racetrack. Lighton is forced to take a shot at the bottom now. Mike Stefanik still waiting in the wings. Here comes your leader, down underneath Glenn Sullivan. Stefanik squeaks by. 1 and 2 comes up on the pit car. Meanwhile, car number 92 is trying to get off the racing service, and he does.
A 92 into the infield. Mike Gallo with a flat tire, dropping out of the event.
36 circuits into the record books. Car number 55 is your leader. Mike Stefanik runs in 2nd. Branscombe sets in 3rd. Dragon is in the 4th spot. Santerre is 5th. Dion is 6th. Berry is 7th. Carey is 8th. 9th is Brandon Butler. Then it's the number 16 of Stuff Fadden. And guess who's surfacing in the top 10? Jerry Marquis in the O'Connor's GMC, number 15. Butler now backs out of it. Look at Marquis. Keep your eyes on the number 15. He has passed more cars on the racetrack than anyone in this entire field.
Down the backstretch, Dave Dion now closing in on Sullivan, the lapped car. And this lap traffic causing fits to our leaders now. Meanwhile, Layton has stretched out his lead once again over Mike Stefanik. Here comes your leader, Brad Layton, with a lot of open track now in front of him.
Here comes Marquis. He is in the 10th position, challenging for the 9th spot. He gets it. The O'Connor GMC, number 15 for Marquis, is working the bottom the same way that Marquis used to work it in the old days, with the modified sticking like glue to the yellow line. Lighton still your leader. Stefanik still setting in 2nd. At 9th spot is the 15 of Jerry Marquis. Stuff Fadden unofficially in 10th. Dale Shaw followed through turn 2 now by Marquis. The 16
safety car now working on a lap car of Eric Bodine. Across the line they come, and Marquis will try to stick and down low, and he does again, but Shaw pounds away and opens up a gap between himself and Marquis one more time.
Brad Lighton still your leader. Mike Stefanik is still running in second. Branscom's got third. Then Dean. Then it is Tom Carey and Jamie Albee. That is unofficial, with 47 of the 125 complete.
Now, once again, Marquis closes back in on Dale Shaw. A lap car of Billy Penfold in the way, but Marquis gets around him. And that drops Tom Carey back another position. Off the turn they come. And it's still Brad Layton leading the way down the backstretch, but once again, moving in on slower cars. Stefanik holding second with Dragon, now taking over third place from Babe Branscombe. So keep an eye on the 71. Bobby Dragon now moving and taking third place away.
Meanwhile, Jerry Marquis and Dale Shaw have a barn burner of a battle going on for the 6th and 7th spot. Here comes Marquis down underneath Dale Shaw. Duquette, the lapped automobile, right there in the middle of things.
Mike Stefanik, a battle for second place is shaping up. Off the turn they come. Stefanik still holding it, but Dragon getting ever closer as they move back into turns 1 and 2.
Look at Marquis still trying to work down underneath Dale Shaw. There are two professionals.
A bid for second place by the 71. Down the backstretch he goes side by side with Stefanik. Off the turn and into turn 4, it's Dragon now edging ahead of Mike Stefanik. So Dragon now setting sail for our leader, who has been slowed by the lap cars. Mike Stefanik drifts up, and Dragon starts to pull away. Down the backstretch, Layton into the turn behind Mike Olson in the 61, a lap car, and that has enabled Dragon to close in on our leader. A battle for first place coming up very shortly.
Shaw trying to work the bottom. Jerry Marquis has the best seat in the house to watch, but he doesn't want to watch. He's a player in all of this.
By Bobby Dragon, the 71, appearing to be the fastest car in the grid at the moment.
But Dragon is working him over, Raleigh. Look at Dragon running the outside. He has won before here at Riverside, and he is looking like a contender as we speak, with heavy lap traffic ahead of him down the back straightaway.
Branscombe still holding third with Santerre now taking over fourth place. Mike Stefanik shuffled back to fifth. Running sixth is Dave Dion in the 29.
Wall and gets a pair of white walls, and that moved down the front straightaway. He is all over the back bumper of the co-ed naked machine as they head into turn number 3. Should and could and would are all different explanations of what's happening now in the battle for position number 1.
Layton leading the way back into turn 2. And now we've got a nose-to-tail situation with the top 4 cars. It's anybody's race. Layton leading the way off turn 4. Dragon, Branscombe, and Santerre right behind him. Now Dragon looking to the inside of our leader. But then he sees the slower traffic ahead and backs out into line.
No doubt about it. Car number 71 is literally glued to the back bumper of Layton, and there's heavy traffic just in front of them. Further back, Stefanik is holding off Dave Dion, Dale Shaw, and Jerry Marquis, with Tom Carey being the tail that wags the dog. Of the 125 are now history. Marquis almost had a wheel down underneath Dale Shaw. Here comes Dion down underneath Mike Stefanik. Dave Dion moves to number 29 to the bottom of Stefanik's car, number 51.
Dion and Stefanik side by side into turn 2, but slower traffic will hold up both cars. Now they break free just a little bit, and back into turn 3 they go. Now Dion overtakes Stefanik and moves up another position.
No question about it. The lap traffic is going to be a major factor in this event. Dion sneaks by Barry. Dale Shaw right there is a factor as well. Bid for the lead. Here it is, Raleigh. We've got a brand new leader. Down the back straightaway. Will it be the story or not? The 45 is the lap car, and it is Dragon in command with car number 71.
Smart move by Dragon, using the 45 as a pick car and moving by Leighton and into the lead.
Dragon becomes leader number 3 in this event. 85 of the 125 are now complete. It is Dragon. Leighton now tries to challenge back on the bottom. Branscombe still setting in 3rd. 4th is Andy Santerre, and Dion is charging to the front in the 5th spot. 6th is Dale Shaw. 7th is Jerry Marquis. 8th is Mike Stefanik. 9th is Kerry. And on the 5th... 88 of the 125 are now complete. Dragon is your driving force at the front of this field. Brad Leighton right there in his back bumper. Babe Branscombe setting in the 3rd spot. Andy Santerre is 4th. Dion, with a great run from mid-pack, is in the 5th spot. 6th is Dale Shaw, and 7th is Jerry Marquis. 8th is Stefanik in the 51. 9th is Kerry, and unofficially in 10th, it's the 16 of Stub Fadden.
Back down the back stretches now.
Still holding off the pressures of Babe Branscombe, Andy Santerre, Dion, Dale Shaw, and the number 16 of Marquis. With a lap car in between, then it's Stefanik, Kerry.
Keep an eye, Ben, on the right front brakes of the 38 of Branscombe. They are glowing as he moves into the turn. And we'll see how that situation develops as he makes a bid for 2nd. Brad Leighton feeling the pressure now from the 38 of Branscombe, with Santerre right behind Branscombe. Off the turn they come, and Branscombe can't quite complete the move. Now Dragon slowed up by slower traffic.
Look at Dion, Raleigh. He has picked up a spot. He has went around Andy Santerre. Trouble. Jerry goes into the wall.
Marquis up into the Armco barrier.
Well, with 90.
And then we'll be running the final laps of this one. Here they come.
Leighton now dives down underneath Dragon. They're almost door handle to door handle, but down the back straightaway, Dragon pulls away. Tucks it down low. Leighton is there. They make contact in turn number 4. 109 laps in. Brad Leighton, the co-ed naked car, down underneath the Dragon machine. Pick car up ahead. Jeff Berry off the pace. Meanwhile, Stefanik and Dale Shaw battling in a battle for the 6th and 7th spot. 111 laps into the record books. Dragon took it in so deep that time. He got on the brakes with both feet to try to keep the car back in the bullpen.
Once again, Stefanik with a bid for position. Dave Dion closing in on Babe Branscombe as that battle continues for the 3rd spot.
And Mike Stefanik and Dale Shaw have equally as impressive of a battle going on for position 6 and 7.
Dion up alongside Branscombe now as they move back into the 3rd turn. The laps clicking by rapidly now. Dave Dion right alongside, and Dion takes over 3rd place. So the point leader gains a valuable position. Andy Santerre will try to do likewise now. The 44 closing in on the 38.
Dion is definitely running very, very strong. Down the back straightaway, we've got 2 cars locked together. They are okay, and we're still under green. Here comes the leader up on the pen field, number 28.
And our leader safely by the pen pole, number 28. Savage with a good lead over Brad Layton. But now Dave Dion closing in on Layton. Once again, Mike Stefanik and Dale Shaw pick up their duel as they go back into the first turn. They're side by side. Will the slower traffic be a factor there? Yes, sir. Dale Shaw will use the 28 to hold on to that position.
Well, it was back in 1988, the first Busch Grand National North event here at Riverside, that Dragon won and set in victory lane. 8 years ago here at this quarter mile. Less than 5 laps to go.
Contact between Dion and Layton coming off turn 4. Layton sent spinning. Now down, it's contact between Santerre and Branscombe. Branscombe going around, losing position. Off the 4th turn, here's Dion now setting sail for our leader. 3 laps to go, but Dragon looks to be in good shape. Here they come. Dion now 2nd, Santerre 3rd, Shaw 4th, Stefanik 5th, and Carey in 6th place. 2 laps to go. Car 60 smoking heavily, as now the field will go by him. Here we come. It'll be white flag. The yellow is out. The yellow flag is out. Debris on the backstretch is the word from the official situation.
Green-white checker.
Well, it'll be a green-white checker situation. In 1988, the very first Busch Grand National North event run at Riverside Park Speedway, the winner was car number 71 for Bobby Dragon. 8 years later, he's looking good for a 2nd victory. Dion still setting in 2nd. Santerre is 3rd. Stefanik sets in the 4th spot. Dale Shaw's got position number 5. 6th in his quest to run from the back of the pack before the tire let go.
Shaw suffering a problem with the 60 car as Mike Stefanik goes by him, and now Tom Carey in the 8 car. Here's the white flag. It's the final lap coming up. Down the backstretch, Bobby Dragon looking for the victory. Here they come off the final turn. It's Bobby Dragon taking the victory. Dave Dion 2nd. 3rd, a toss-up. We'll get the word later. With Tom Carey finishing in 5th place with a great run for our Riverside Park regular.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I look at my watch, it is 10 o'clock. And we'll get... Now he is back in the limelight here at this quarter mile. Great run for Dave Dion. Equally as impressive for Andy Santerre. And then Mike Stefanik will finish in the 4th spot. We'll go to the winner's circle, and Gary Danko will be talking with our winners. Where the Busch Grand National North and 4 other divisions have ever competed at. We thank you for being so patient and understanding. On behalf of our sponsors, now finish in the 3rd spot. We'll go to Gary Danko in the winner's circle. Gary?
Thank you, Ben, down here in victory lane as we wait for him to climb out of this crystal clean sponsored machine. The last time he sat in victory lane was the first inaugural Busch race here at Riverside Park Speedway. That was in 1988. As he takes a sip of that nice cold water, and he's going to work his way to the front right up here with me. Bobby, great job tonight. You had to work your way through traffic there, but you mastered it very carefully.
Well, I got the brakes on the outside. You know, the car was going real good last week, and the guys worked really hard on this thing today. I was in the wall once in practice. We got very little practice, and maybe that helped us because we came with a setup, and we pretty much had to go with it because we didn't get a lot of practice. But no, the car went great, and you know, we got the brakes when we needed them, and that's where we ended up. I'd like to thank Crystal Clean, Dave and Donna Smith, and all the guys that made this possible. My job was pretty easy, after they got things right.
Now, Bobby, you took the first inaugural race here at Riverside Park Speedway back in 1988. Does that bring back any memories?
Yeah, it sure does. We've always run pretty well on the short tracks like this, Star, Lee, some of those tracks, and so we kind of look forward. They're rough, you know, it's one of those type of tracks where there's a lot of contact, but we usually manage to find our way around, and we're really looking forward to coming back.
Were you worried about Dave Dion? He was starting to reel you in just a little bit.
You bet I was worried about Dave Dion. I always worry about Dave Dion when I'm ahead of him and he's behind me. But no, I know he'd race me clean, and you know, with 2 to go, you know, I kind of thought we were in pretty good shape.
Okay, Bobby Dragon takes down the win here tonight at Riverside Park Speedway. Now we're going to go back and we're going to talk with our second place car number 29 of Dave Dion. We had a great run. Yeah, the car got better and better, and I thought we were going to go all the way with green once we got that long stretch. I thought we had a real good chance, and once the yellow came out, I think the cars became equal then. Was your crew telling you, that you were gaining or losing on Bobby Dragon?
Well, on the short tracks, I usually can look ahead pretty good. I love these short tracks. I love this place. I've never had any success here at all. But it's a great racetrack, and finally I brought something home. But I could see the guys up there, and I thought maybe, they had their hands full with their race cars. I thought maybe we had a little better race car for a while there.
Let's talk about your 1996 season so far. It's been damn good.
It's been great. We've slumped a little as of late, but all the guys that are chasing us in the points, they've slumped too. So we've been very fortunate that our 11th place finish have been matched by everyone else's 12th and 13th. So this should help us a little bit. This should stretch it out a little.
Now, I notice a lot of the guys are running Chevy and Pontiac body race cars. I think you're the only one with a Ford, is that correct?
Yeah, we've run a Ford for 32 years. That's all we've ever run, So we had to bring something to the party for the Ford fans.
And you're looking for your first ever championship.
Yeah, it would be great. It'd be great for Ford. It'd be great for Berlin City, Continental, the crew. I think it's really for them. I mean, I think drivers get their thrills winning races, but crews and sponsors get their crews winning championships. So this is for them if we can pull it off.
Okay, that's Dave Dion, our second place man. Well, you're right up there in the beginning. You started to fall back, but you brought the Burnham Boiler sponsored race car back to third.
Yeah, we had a pretty good car. So did the 71 and the 55. We bumped a little bit with the 71 car, just incidental contact, but it did something to the caliper, and I lost all my front brakes, and I faded back, and then they started coming back. I started playing the brake adjuster, and we had a pretty good brake pedal there near the end, so I just grabbed what I could grab. This whole team never gives up. We've had an up and down year, and these guys they just put a great car under me, and we just had a little bump, and that was that. It's just racing luck, but we'll take a third and try to better it next week.
And you're on your way to Watkins Glen tomorrow, where you'll start on the outside pole.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I left a little early. I heard rumors or whatever that Steve Park got the pole and we were outside pole. We both, I guess, in the 114 second bracket, which is pretty sporty around there. So we'll have a good tooth and nail battle. Hopefully everyone will watch on ESPN too, and it's on 3 o'clock. And hope all the race fans come out tonight. Thank you for coming out, and tune in tomorrow for another modified great show.
Okay, that's Mike Stepanek. He brings the Burnham Boilers car home in third spot. Let's send it back upstairs.
Well, and of the car number 71, of course, Dragon is your winner. Dion will finish in second. Stefanik will finish in third. Santerre will finish in the fourth spot. Fifth position is car number 8. Sixth position, the number 60. Seventh spot will be car number 41. Eighth position, the 16 is Stub Fenton. Ninth spot, Robbie Crouch, car number 6. 10th position, the 47 of Kelly Moore. 11th position, Leighton with car number 55. 12th position, the 76 of Tommy Bowles. 13th position, Brandon Butler, car number 7. 14th position, Babe Branscombe, the number 38. Unofficially in the 15th position, car number 4 for Bennett. 16th position, the number 61. 17th position, the number 45. 18th position, the number 21. 19th position, car number 0. 20th spot, the number 28. 21st, car number 22. 22nd, car number 15. 23rd, the number 39. 24th, the number 92. 25th, the number 30, and 26, car number 54. That is your official finish for our Busch Grand National event.